go, I drop pop. When I go.
Welcome back to the conference call where we do the recap show. And as you know, this season we are recapping Project Runway Season 22. And as you can see, we have our fave with us, the Runway extraordinaire. She is also a coach. She is also a brilliant artist. We have the beautiful Jessica Millin with us today. Hello, Jessica.
Hi. I'm so happy to be back.
I'm so glad you decided to come back. We're glad you decided to come back because this season has been
a hot mess.
So to get an inside track on, as a viewer, it's a mess. I can only imagine what it was being a part of the show.
So while filming it, y'all were on my mind the whole time. I'm like, yo, I can't wait to talk about this show. Every day growing up, but I was like, they're gonna love this one. They're gonna love to hear this.
No.
It was a mind fuck for all of us. It was a complete mind fuck. You know, like the people that stayed every episode, we were like, because like I said last year, like we do our own deliberations, the models. And we would usually be on it, like, you know, or at least like somewhere around, you know what I mean? Like we would know like who's in the bottom and all that kind of stuff. This season, we didn't know nothing. Like we were completely wrong. People that were back the next time, we would be like, so who went home? Like, why are you here? Like it just didn't make sense. But the whole immunity rule that they have going on now kind of just...
It's a mess.
I don't understand why that's a thing, but yeah.
This episode especially, because the individual...
Get into it. Let's get into it.
I mean, how do you want to play this? Do you want to go, or do you want to critique the looks with us, or do you just want to get into?
I want to do it all, honey. I want to do it all.
You want to do it all?
Okay.
All right. Well, let's do the looks, and we can talk about it throughout as well, if you want to do that. All right.
This sounds like it's gonna be a long episode.
Are we starting?
We're going to talk about the whole season. I want to know your experience. From episode 1 to now episode 7, and your experience with each of these designers. I use that term loosely with some of these people. And
all shade, all tea.
All shade. Yes.
Some of them need to be humbled expeditiously. So I hope the world sees this, because they need some humbling. From episode 1. Child.
Yeah, let's talk about episode 1 and that foolishness that was episode 1. Why the 22 designers of it all, and like, what were your thoughts like when all of that happened?
I mean, from the casting part, it was a lot of us models, and I was like, I've never seen so many models during the initial casting, and you know, I get contacted by production directly, but you know, it's just part of the process to do the casting, like, you know, get our new digitals done and all that kind of stuff. So when I went, I was like, why are there so many bitches? Like, what's going on? Like, it was like hundreds of models. And I was like, this is weird, but we didn't know what was going on yet. So then when we finally got to set, and like, I'm still seeing a shit ton of models, I'm like, why are there so many? And then that's when we got the news that it was going to be 22 designers. And we got the news that Joseph McCray was going to be back.
Yes,
I was really excited about that. But what's crazy for my personal experience, I get on set, and the model wrangler, one of the producers from the show, and someone else comes to me, and they're like, Jessica, we're so sorry. And I'm like, for what? and they're like, you're going to see, but you know, like we want to apologize to you. And I was like, all right, like, cool, no problem. Okay. So I get to set, mind you. Now, no tea, no shade, Brian was my designer for the episode 1.
Yes, the first. Yes, I remember that look.
We now know why that in itself could have been a sorry, but once I got the design, you caught that, T? You caught that?
Oh shit. Okay.
So I go to him, and like off top, his energy is very like, you know, bubbly, gay, you know, I love my girls. So, you know, and then I'm seeing him struggle to lift up this dress, and I'm like, well, damn, if you're struggling, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? You know what I mean? So he puts it on my body and I'm gagging. I'm like, oh my God. And I don't know if they don't explain this stuff, but it was made out of the rope that ties yachts. That's what that's made out of. It's rows and rows and rows of that. And the sleeves were insane. It was crazy. So, I have it on my body for just like a couple seconds. I'm like, this is kind of heavy. I didn't even really remember. Well, I remembered, but I didn't think about how long I would be wearing the garment and how difficult it would be, because he asked me, like, should we take the sleeves off? And I was like, that might make it a little more easier for me. But come to find out, that's why everybody was saying sorry to me, because the dress was 100 pounds, like literally.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Mind you, I weigh 125, babe.
Right.
Okay. Wow. That's more than 3/4 of my weight. So it was very difficult. And I'm wearing heels too. So whatever. I have the dress on. They have us waiting for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours behind, like backstage or whatever. And I couldn't even stand on my own. I couldn't stand. I was laying down the whole time, just like this, the whole entire time. It was a very difficult day. We finally got on the runway. The runway, when I saw it back, because I was really worried that it didn't look good, because I was like, it was really hard to walk in that dress. But it ended up looking all right, because I'm professional. I did my job. But what they didn't show was, which you probably can notice it now that I'm telling you about it, during the deliberation, because he was on top. The deliberation scene where we're all on the stage, I had production talk to me. I asked him, I begged him, I was like, can you talk to my designer first, or at least second, because I cannot stand in this dress for an hour plus up here. That's how long it takes for us to film that. And the producer was like, yeah, we'll get you knocked out first. So, and then we can take you off stage. That's what he said to me. So I said, okay, perfect. I can tough it out for 20 minutes. That's fine. So I ended up being second in the lineup. Me and Brian ended up being second. And the whole time my legs are shaking. I'm going through it. And amazingly, because I was coming to my ends. After they spoke to us, they went to the next designer. I'm looking around waiting to get escorted off the stage. And nobody's paying attention to me. So I was like, okay, I gotta go, y'all. I literally can't do this. So what's crazy is Tyra Banks is one that looked at me and was like, are you okay? And I was like, I couldn't even speak. I was like, I'm like, no, I'm not okay. Yeah. She thought it was hot. I was like, no, it's heavy. I cannot hold this anymore. My legs are shaking. Then she's like, okay, stop the cameras. She literally stopped the cameras and said, somebody bring her a chair. And I mean, that was nice, but why would you bring me a chair? We're filming a show, babe. But, somebody came behind me and was like, do you need to go off the stage? I said, yes. And I got off stage, and being that was the first episode of me being back on the show, I broke down crying. I was very disappointed in myself that I couldn't do it. But then I thought about it. I was like, I'm still a human being. You know what I mean? I have to withhold that much weight for this amount of time and be looked at as if, well, she should be able to do it because she's a model. No, I'm human, So
100 pounds? Yeah, no.
100 pounds is insane.
I just wonder, sorry. Okay. I just wonder, because he gave that same look to Cynthia Erivo, right? For, I think it was an award shoot.
You could sit
right. It was a photo shoot.
It was a photo shoot, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, why would you make something like that, though?
That heavy.
Cynthia Erivo was 5 foot nothing.
This show, production,
and then
we're not. The waiting around. We're waiting around in our garments, and that's why, even getting to episode 7, which we're going to get to, waiting in those outfits. Child, I'm gonna show you the pictures of us in our bandages. We were cut up. We had. Medic,
I can imagine.
Medic had to come to all of us individually and bandage us up. It was a very difficult day.
Oof.
My thing is instead of having you guys stand there in those garments for all those hours, why not before you go on the runway, put you back into the garment and then let you walk? Why torture you guys?
The thing is, we do. Because, I mean, I don't know the exact answer to that, but if I were to assume, it's because we're waiting on the celebrity judges. We're usually waiting until they get their hair and makeup and their outfits and their content, and they do all their things. And then we're called behind stage to do the runway. But we do runway, and then we go to lunch, and then we come back for deliberation. So we have to put our clothes back on. And that's why for episode 7, a lot of the models couldn't put it back on because we're already sore and raw. We couldn't put it back on. That's why Lyris and the other model, Anna, for Joseph McCrae, couldn't go back because their garments were also very difficult to wear. And mine, I said, absolutely fuck not. Even if you wanted me, bitch, I'm not going. Like
No,
it's a hard no for me. I'm not doing it.
I don't
Wow.
blame you.
Yeah.
I had a
That's
feeling that that
crazy.
was the case with this episode with the two models that didn't return to the stage and they just critiqued based on pictures. I was like, I wonder if the garments are just that uncomfortable or that heavy for them
Yeah.
not to be able to come back out. Because I mean, this was the unconventional challenge, and I could imagine these materials once
And
all conglommed on one in one look were
yeah.
probably very
But for
heavy.
Lyris, and I don't want to speak for Lyris, but I did speak to her on set, so I'm going to keep it very minimal because I don't want to fully speak on her behalf. But from what she told me and from what you can clearly see, it was a
She
halter
wanted.
dress of wires. All of this
Yeah.
weight literally
On
is
her.
hitting her neck, all of it. So like I don't know if he looked at her and was like, "Oh, you can handle this weight." Like no, she's a human being, and as
No,
far
I
Well,
as and Joseph
his
McCray,
look was.
he's
His
smaller
look
than
was. I mean, we'll get into it. His look was horrible
it was.
I I will say, so I did comment on Lyris's post, and I did invite her to the show, and she said she's willing to come. I would
come on,
love to
girl.
see her POV because they do, and I said this, they do Lyris wrong for the past 2 seasons. They have done
Yeah.
Lyris wrong every time they send
And
her
the
out.
other plus size model, Naima. And,
Yeah.
Lyris being the first plus size model on this show, paving the way for the diversity in that way, it's a slap in her face. So I'm not
Yeah.
going to say too much because I want her to speak for herself. I'm glad that she's
Yeah.
coming on the show because her insight for the plus size community on a show like this is very, very important. They should have designers on there that know how to dress plus size models and not stress out because they have a model that's not a fucking stick figure. That should
Yeah.
not be a thing. And that if that's
Yeah.
the case, you're not a designer, babe. You're just not.
Mm.
Yeah.
Come on.
Her face said it all, though. Like I felt so bad for watching her. Like, and it even started before she came out. Like she was just like, "Yeah, you have to do something with this. This is not a good look."
Yeah, I think that's one of the first times we heard one of the models say, yeah, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
they caught. We say that all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, but like that they
Ooh,
actually
okay.
showed on the show.
Yeah.
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 I'm glad that they did. What I didn't like is that they added in her slipping on the stage because honestly, what the thing is that they put us through so many things that doesn't even make it to the episode. So they were working on this fog machine for fucking 2 days. They're like, we need the fog. We need the fog. There was this AI little dog robot thing that had to walk around before us. They flew somebody in from Russia to try to like have this little robot dog walk the runway while we're all in our uncomfortable outfits.
What?
But the dog, let the robot walk the runway first. Okay,
What?
because that makes sense. And mind you, didn't even make the episode. We're waiting
I was
for
gonna say
I was
that
waiting
was
for
this
the bird was the
episode.
fog and or the
Yes.
dog.
And where was
Oh.
the fog? That's why Lyris slipped. Lyris is a very professional model. That's not what she gives at all. And yes, the garment was shit. The garment was
Yes.
trash. But at the end of the day, she could have still done her thing if the fog was not making the runway so slippery.
Yeah.
That's why
Damn.
she slipped. It was the fog that nobody saw.
Mm.
That is
I-
wild.
Yeah. I do want to talk about at least one positive
Yeah.
before we get into more. The Panthers with Joseph McCray, Aaron Potts, and Naeem. And what Aaron put you in was just chef's
Mm.
kiss.
It
Like you have legs,
Yes.
but he said, "Okay,
Bro.
I'm going to give the girls legs in this dress," and I love. Aaron
Yeah.
is such a sweetie. He's been in
I
the
love
communication
Aaron.
every now and then, but yeah,
So
Yeah.
sweet.
Now, I'm not going to
Yeah.
lie. When he was constructing that, child, I was looking around like, what's this? And Aaron knows, like he saw me because I wasn't hiding it. I was like, "What's going on here?"
Mhm.
And because it wasn't fully done yet, and I didn't really see it on me. Like I didn't have the stockings, and I mean, there was no real accessories needed for that because the dress was it,
Yeah.
The original design had like the true baby doll, like covered up like to the neck thing. And when he switched the straps, I was like, okay, all right. And then with how big it came out, I was like, oh, this is tea. I could walk in this.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
originally, I was very nervous for him. I was like, babe, like, because what Joseph McCray was doing and what Naeem was doing, I was like, my love, you know, we may have to rethink this, babe. You know, but, and Joseph saw it too. And I love the visionary that Joseph McCrae is because he saw it, you know, and was not letting anybody else say shit about it. He was like, I don't care. I think it's going to be fire. And, you know, that goes to show, don't ever question Joseph McCrae. Yeah. Don't ever question that man because he knows what he's talking about. That dress ate. And you could tell I was feeling it, honey. It was everything. It was, I finally, I was able to a real strut. I was able to show what I do and why I do it. Very happy that day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like you said, don't ever question Joseph McCrae because, like, even the way each piece, the order each piece came down the runway, and it looked like a cohesive collection. I was like, okay, this is it. This is it. And then, like, I pointed it out. So to have 3 black designers, to then have a black model be the Carolina Panthers, it was such a team moment. It was like, yes.
So good. Yeah. It was a masterpiece. But there's a little bit of, there's a question mark in me and Joseph McCrae's head. All right. Have you noticed that every episode they bring the winning designers and the bottom designers on the stage? Yeah, that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That episode we weren't on the stage.
I did realize that.
I did not realize that.
Well, I mean, here's hold on. To answer that question, I've mentioned on several episodes, especially last week, I was just like, I'm getting that there is some, I'm gonna say a little bit of racism going on in this show this season. You know, from Law and the self-hate. And then just how production is.
Where are my Nina Garcia cards so I can toss the cards? I need a moment. Yes. Like,
my God, today. Well, just call it thing.
I don't know what's going on. I just feel as though like everyone is targeting him and highlighting him. And the thing about it is,
you mean Joseph McCrae?
But he's just letting his work and his wins and him being safe speak for itself. You can say anything you want about him. It doesn't matter because I've won 2. I've been safe. I've got the best looks.
Not been in the bottom.
Never been in the bottom.
Even this episode, he was in the top. And I'm not taking anything away from B's look. We'll get to B's look, right? I'm not taking anything away from B's look or his talent because he has progressed.
Amazing.
But something about the way Law was praising B in that moment still kind of felt like a dig towards Joseph McCrae because it was like Joseph was standing. It did because Joseph was standing right there, and because he couldn't say anything negative about Joseph McCrae, he highly praised B because it seems like every time Law gets a chance to dig into Joseph McCrae, he does. But because he couldn't in this episode, it was given, let me hype this person up even more, especially because he's standing right there.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of did just a little bit. Even in his praise of Joseph McCrae, he started out by saying, I haven't said this to you in a long time. I love this look. So it's like even if you're going to give a positive critique, you're still going to start out with shape. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
It's giving that he sees himself in Joseph McCrae and he doesn't like that.
Didn't I said this a couple of episodes ago? I said Joseph McCrae. There's something about Joseph McCrae that hits Law to his core, and he's
a black man that's actually doing something with himself, and you don't like that because he's confident being who he is.
But see, and the crazy thing to me about that is Law presents as if Law is okay with who he is. Like Law will wear the hair and the heels and the whatever. But I feel like maybe that's all surface level, and maybe to the core, as you're saying, there's some instability there.
Self-love. That is that you are catering to your vessel. Your soul is hungry. Your soul is deprived.
Thirsty.
Thirsty, honey. It's you can tell.
Hard. Yeah.
You can tell. Like the insecurities are plain as dead. I'm sorry. The way that he talks to black women, the way that he talks to Lyris is ridiculous. The way that the way that he talks about Lyris. And I'm sure she's going to bring it up when she does her interview. But it made me so mad too because I was on the stage as well. This was last season with Jesus. And Law decided to speak about Lyris as a woman rather than the garment. talking about her titties, talking about
Yes.
how ill-fitting is on her body. Like it's the way that he forms his sentences that,
Yes.
that you're not making about the fashion. And at that point, let me stop.
Yeah. I
I don't
I
like.
remember. Yeah.
I truly don't care because you know how I am. I don't care. But people always say don't burn no bridges, bitch. I'll burn that hole to the ground. Okay? Because
Listen.
if I have no intention on ever working with you, I don't care. I'm not a kiss ass for nothing. Like I don't like to treat people, and the way that you treat people, I morally I couldn't like. No matter how big I get, I will
Yeah.
never be calling Law Roach to dress me. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
never. I don't like because no, the way that you talk to people is disgusting. It is disgusting, and you and all it says to me is that you don't like yourself. So I know you're not gonna like me. So there's no future there. There's just not. So I couldn't give a fuck.
Can I just say I respect you so much for saying that because the norm obviously like in the fashion industry is don't talk negatively about, you know, the people who are at the top and the titans because you could work with them one day and blah blah blah. That's what I feel like we have heard so long for so many decades of people in the fashion industry like, oh, they may be a terrible person, but don't speak anything ill about them because they could be the ones signing your check or you could be working with them. So I can respect you so much for really just calling it out like as it is because we see how nasty this person is and like why would you want to cater to that? Why would you not want to, you know what I mean? Just call a thing a
Money in
thing.
that man's pocket. I don't want any parts of putting money in that pocket. I'm
Mm.
sorry. Enough,
Thank you for saying that.
I'm good.
Oof, I respect you so much.
Thank you, baby.
Child. I feel like we could talk about that for hours and hours.
We have.
I'm just saying because there's so many layers to it, and it unfortunately is taken so much away from the show, from what people love of the show, and that's because honestly, looking across socials, that's mainly what people are talking about. People aren't really talking about how great the designs are or how great the competitors are or anything. They're talking about the negativity of, unfortunately, Law Roach for the most part. And then that hideous thing that Heidi decided to wear, the Devil Wears Prada 2 thing.
The worst dressed.
That was not even the same.
We know.
And no shade. And I want to repeat myself because I'm never a fake bitch. Okay, I did have positive feelings towards Brian in the beginning. I did. You know, I thought that you know, even though the garment that I wore was a garment from hell, I felt like it was very interesting. You know, and I was like, okay, I'm intrigued by what you could possibly do. But then seeing how, of course, like watching all the other things that happen on the show, like, you know, when we're not there, I once again lost respect, you know, and it's the thing of that the dress was, you know, I feel like it ate as much as it did because that model is fucking gorgeous, and not saying that Heidi isn't gorgeous, but it fit the model's body perfectly. That kind of dress is for that body type, no tea, no shade. Okay, but as far as red carpet, it was not giving red carpet, babe. No part of that was
not at all.
It was giving the Maldives, as you said last week on TJ. It was relaxation, vacation on the beach.
It was
something
resort.
Yeah.
From the fabrication choice to the way it flowed, like it was resort. It was not red carpet at all. And then
Holly should have been snatched up in a nasty corset with them titties up.
Okay? Thank you. That dress completely swallowed her up, and I'm like, I don't understand.
It wasn't. It was not.
No, ma'am.
Who do y'all think should have won? Who do you think she should have won?
I wanted Jeffrey to win because of his silhouette. Jeffrey's dress was probably between Jeffrey or Joseph, but I loved Jeffrey's dress. I feel like and I said it last week. I feel like if he did it in a different color, like if he did it in a red or if he did it in like the cerulean, I think he would have won. Because it would have paid homage to the movie. But
that little peekaboo cut out on the side.
I feel like Joseph's dress would have been nice. And it would have put her in like a different vibe, you know? Right before. That would have been interesting for her to do.
I would have liked to have seen Heidi in Joseph McCrae's dress, because to your point, like I feel like that would have been something slightly different for her. We can all see her in Jeffrey's look, which is a fantastic look. I'm like it was beautiful, but I would like to have seen just kind of what she would have looked like in Joseph McCrae's look. You know what I mean? Because that look was beautiful.
Gorge.
Can I say this though? And this is going to be shady. I'm sorry, but if you look at Heidi's track record on the runway, and not the runway, on the red carpets, it's not really the greatest. This made me go back and look at, and this is no shade towards Christian either, because he dresses her a lot, but she makes some questionable choices when it comes to the red carpet. She really does.
You're not
done enough research. I haven't really. I don't know her. I don't know her. Her archives. I don't know.
Me either. The only thing I think of is like her. I don't even know if it's a Halloween look, but you know, her and her husband Seal. Are they still together?
No, child, they've been divorced.
They've been divorced. Oh, well, she
loves a whole new man. Yeah, she.
Oh, you see how much I pay attention to the personal lives of these folks.
She is in love.
Yeah, she got a whole other man. Her and Seal ain't been together since like the 90s.
Oh, damn. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
How are you that?
All right, child. Do we want to get into these looks for this episode?
Let's, because we got quite a few of them. Because they brought back 5 designers from season 21.
6 of them.
Listen, that alone was they knew they were trying to be shady this episode. Bring back those
very
5.
Much so, very much so. But you know what? I feel like it's so fitting, especially having Jessica on this episode with everybody from the folks coming back from. I'm like, look at this full circle moment.
Production was like, we got a surprise. And I was like, what? You know, and we knew that people were going to be coming back, and I could have assumed, but actually seeing them was so amazing. It was.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If you follow social media, like last week Friday, those contestants started posting again scenes from their season, and I'm like, why are they posting so much stuff from last season? And the moment they announced, I was like, oh my god, now it makes sense. They were queuing up for them returning this week. Anyway. Go ahead, TJ. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. First up is the House of Season 22, and we have Jeffrey. So this was the Unconventional Look Challenge.
That's my girl Amanda, honey. I live for her.
Okay, let me ask you this. What did you think about the discourse between him and the twins in the workroom? Because while, they may have used the same material, I don't think it was similar enough for it to be that big of a deal. Or is it just me? Am I tripping?
I love my twins, man. I do. I understood how they thought that. I do. I'm honestly and truly. Now, when we came into the workroom, Jeffrey's outfit was already. Both their outfits were already pretty much done. So I don't know who did it first. I can't say who did it first. But given how irate Antonio and Jesus were, I was like, it's giving that, because even Brian copying Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like it looked like a little trend was going on. I was like, okay, like what's going on? But when I walked in, I was like, oh, and I just told Antonio this. I was like, that looks like my outfit. And then he was like, right. And that's when he gave me the tea about how he copied him and all that kind of stuff. But we have to be honest. This is a reality TV show. They're supposed to bring it up a notch. So if something make you a little mad, you got to be big mad, you know?
Right.
That's fake, because he was actually upset about it, but it's TV, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? If I'm being honest, I think the twins were justified in their anger, because Jesus did do it first.
No, as far as
Antonio,
as far as Brian's, yes, but I can't speak to Antonio and Jeffrey. That's what.
No, well, I think Jeffrey, that was not his original look.
No, Christian told him to switch it up.
Right. So I think it might not have been intentional, but sometimes when you're in a space where you see other people's stuff, like you get little ideas from them and you start to, without realizing, you probably take on their look a little bit. I do believe
exact. It was a pretty exact.
It was. And I have to say, this was Jeffrey, this was his least favorite look for me.
It still wasn't the worst.
It wasn't the worst, but this was not his best work at all. No. He can do so much better.
Yeah.
I think
sure.
to his downfall though is he was helping everybody else.
Yes.
For whatever reason, he took on that role to try to help.
Well, stop being Captain Save-A-Ho. That's not an excuse. On this show, did you see where Joseph McCray was? Where he was
Yes.
doing his work?
Because he was the worst designer. So why should he help anybody if he's the worst designer? Everyone said he's the worst designer. So you know what? You get what you asked for.
Okay. The only scenario where I feel like you could, or it's never a should, where you could be helping somebody out is if you're already about done. If you're not already about done with your amazing garment, stick to what you're doing. Let them figure it out. You try to win this money, right?
Right.
So I don't really give him that excuse. I really don't. I feel like that was a bit of an excuse as to why his garment wasn't as good, but it wasn't that good because her daddy called. Sorry, this is not my device. I hope she answered that. But fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Sorry.
No, about Jeffrey.
The excuse.
So I feel like he was just disappointed in himself, and the first thing that came to his mind was, let me make an excuse. But no, nobody's going to care about your excuses. They're just not going to care. Even when they do a quick switch of a model, figure it out. Like they don't care.
Clearly. Yeah. So my thing, I was wondering when Jeffrey kind of did take that leadership role, I was like, did they assign a team leader for these groups? Because I don't recall. Like, why is he? And it can be a little commendable because I can understand why you would want, your team to succeed, but also nobody put you in this role. It just kind of makes me think he might be just kind of a natural born leader, because when he was put in a leadership role in the NFL challenge, was it the NFL challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that. He did that really well. So I was wondering, like, okay, why are you kind of automatically putting yourself in this role? But yeah, it was not a good look, and he was on the bottom.
But also, I don't know why they needed a team leader at all, because they didn't have to be cohesive. So what was
that part?
Leader?
Yeah,
that part.
Your own thing. Like, I'm not going to come with your idea. Like, we're not trying to do anything like each other. So what's the point of even working together? You know what I'm saying?
I think his purpose or his intention was to make sure everybody's look was good, because even though the looks didn't have to be cohesive, everybody still had to have good looks. And I think he just wanted to, for whatever reason, I think it stems from the fact that Christian asked Joseph McCray, are you helping your other teammates? Because nobody else is doing this. So I think Jeffrey overheard that and was like, oh, they're looking for somebody to help. And he decided to, like you said, be Captain Save-A-Ho.
Yeah, but Captain Save-A-Ho got burnt at the very end. Look what Brian did to him.
Child.
I mean, just the little question he asked me, like, why didn't you say that you wrapped the tarp that you used to spray paint? He taped it on her. Why didn't you say? I mean, his thing was, oh well, I used my hands and made this this garment.
Use their hands.
This couture, please, babe.
Bitch, it was not couture. Couture trash.
Anyway, no,
I Brian is something else, honey. Like I understand. Like I love me a character, because so is Joseph McCray. That's a character. But there's a certain level of arrogance, like actual arrogance, not Law's definition of arrogance, but the actual definition of arrogance that, just is just so distasteful. It's
I can't even say he's delusional. Brian is delusional.
Very deluded.
He is.
Very, very.
He has nothing to back his statements up. Anyway, we'll get to him when we get to him.
Yeah, go ahead, TJ. Next.
All right. Next up, we have Naeem.
I hated it.
Get into it.
I love the model. Rain, that's a runway model, honey. She walks down. But even she's going to make that look good, honey. That looks crazy. I hated it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it either. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I don't know what it's supposed to do. I don't really see.
That thing was loud, honey. She was clack, 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 clack.
I wish they would have let us hear it. I wanted to know exactly how loud it was.
And you know what's crazy? So we have to walk the runway with no music for like the second run. And it was the funniest shit being backstage hearing her walk. but it sounded cheap. Like it sounded like empty aluminum containers.
Oh
Mm.
It was
no.
terrible. It was really bad.
Here's my take on this was, for the most part, backstage in the workroom, it was just like this chain link thing, chain mesh thing, and it was just like very scantily like laid out. And I'm just like, I forgot that he was going to use the iPod, and then when it comes out, it's just like a Christmas tree. He took the iPods, put them on a little hook, and just like hooked them on. That's what it gave. Like there was no like I could see if he integrated and weaved it in to the garment, but it looked like he just attached them like Christmas ornaments. I was like, this is horrible. And look what he did the week before.
It didn't.
Yeah.
And no, I was actually talking about 2 weeks ago when he had the winning look. Like, I know he can do good, even though he's fallen out of favor with us. He can design, and like what he brought this week and last week.
He fell out of favor.
So he's falling out of favor with us. We're not caring for him right now.
Well, hold on before you continue.
He fell out of bed.
No.
What did you say?
No, he fell out of favor. Like we were rooting for him.
Yeah.
And yes, no. We were rooting for him. And then the whole who do you think the weakest designer issue? What like him saying Joseph's name was like it was a slap in the face.
And I called Joseph McCray. I was like, babe, Naeem? And then he was like, fuck all over.
Turncoat.
Yeah.
Turncoat.
I feel like he was being a follower. Naeem's really young. I feel like he was just being a follower.
You know what? I feel like that too, and it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse at all because we were all quite shocked as to why he would have said Joseph McCray's name, especially considering Joseph McCray gave him a win the week prior.
Week before.
So
yeah.
We were just like, wait, where is this coming from? Because you have so many other people you could say. You could have said Bobby. You could have said Bobby. Bobby was right there. Like, I don't understand. Why would you say Joseph McCray?
Say again.
Why was Bobby on this show so long?
Did you watch last week's episode? I said Bobby is not a designer. She should have gone home the second week, the moment that people realized what she was actually doing. Yeah. She cannot design anything.
Bobby was one of the ones that got immunity. She was one of the 6, right?
Atrocious. And if you asked me the question and I was hoping that you would, who would I not want to work with? Bobby. Ever. I was so
attitude.
Happy that I was never assigned to that woman. I swear to God, I would have called in sick. I'm not going to refuse. You're going to make me some foolishness. Like, what is the...
Yeah. But it's not even that. It's her attitude also. The hysterical crying, I don't want to work with them. And she's getting on my nerves. Like, girl, you can't design anything for her. So,
ugh.
That part.
Between her and Brian, we're like, what is happening? Why are y'all? What are y'all doing? And then honestly, the fact that Brian got that win last week, now it's just like, and had immunity this week. I forgot he had immunity this week, and I was like, oh no.
But were we not all surprised that he didn't put Joseph McCray in that bottom 3?
We were very surprised.
Yeah, we were surprised.
Gag.
Quite surprised. Yeah.
Completely gagged.
Because we definitely thought that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as far as Naeem's look, I feel like I don't know why he didn't do more with the iPods, right? Like he could have deconstructed them some way. He literally just chained them to some chains and put them on the model, and it's not a good look.
No.
Next.
All right, next up we have Anna.
I thought this was cool. The top was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know about the skirt. But it's cool. I
like the peekaboo skirt. I think that maybe if she integrated the brown the tape into the skirt a little bit, maybe, or give it a little fringe at the bottom, maybe that would have enhanced a little more.
I would have loved if it was just brown on brown,
Yeah.
But it's scandalous. I love your little scandalous little skirt.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the idea of it is real fab. Anna is a magician. Anna is one to watch. I live for her down. I live for her down.
Yeah.
I live for her down. Well, I saw the rest of the season already, so just wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
She eats. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, based on this look, I'm not seeing it. I do not like this one bit. It feels very disjointed. I hate that little cassette that's supposed to be a purse. What is that?
Why?
That could have went away. That could have.
That could have went away. And if you're gonna do a cassette purse, do a bunch of cassettes, glue them all together, and make it a bag. You know what I mean? Give it some dimension. You gave her one little cassette and put a chain on it. What is that supposed to do, girl? I don't care for this like at all. Not one bit.
Okay.
It's a
I
no
want to
for
say
me.
something, but I'm not going to say it.
Say it. This is your
No,
opportunity.
I really want you to say it.
No.
No, I want her to go back to Project
Okay.
Runway next year if we actually do have a
Child,
season and
if
we
they
do
have
watch
another
it.
season.
Yeah.
Child, given how this season went, I'm not trying to put too much into the universe, but I don't know. I may have to.
We're all there.
I'm not a reality TV model. I'm a runway model.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to think some things over. You know?
Yeah.
Because this season definitely just gave reality TV.
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not even getting no good camera time. Like I had good camera time last season. Like what's this giving?
Yeah,
Come on.
like I've been wondering that too. Like
So-
last season, they had you on like every runway. This one, we've only seen you 3 or 4 times.
So far, yeah. So I mean, mind you, I was booked other places. So
Okay.
that scared the shit out of me. I had other bookings this season, and you know, like let's be real. Like production doesn't. It's not for the coin. Okay, it's so that you can have exposure, and you know, doing this show it benefits my runway coaching business a lot. So you know, the visibility of me being on this show it really helps. But you know, given how it's going this season, it's not really. I'm pulling out more. Like I can feel myself kind of, you know, pulling out. So
Okay.
I'm still deciding, but you know, it's if they call me back, I will definitely have to sit and think about it and maybe like renegotiate my rate because at this point I'm gonna need you to give me a little something more because we're working so hard, so many hours, and we're getting cut up and bruised up, and it's ridiculous. Like we as models deserve way more than what we're getting. It's despicable what we're getting.
Yeah.
Okay, speak on it. Okay. All right, next up we have Jude.
I hated it. It was.
This was not a good look for him.
It was atrocious. I hated it.
This looks like a costume that you would see on the CW for one of their DC shows. If anybody understands.
Yeah. Philly, they would put this up in DC and Philly.
Not the DC shows.
Yeah.
I didn't hate this one.
Oh.
Well, not everybody has taste.
I mean, between the last one, between Anna's and Jude's, I like Jude's over Anna's. Like, at least this one has some type of.
Over Anna?
I do.
Did you have an edible before you came over here?
Unfortunately, I did not.
That was a problem.
Jude is having a lot of fans right now. Like people are really.
We love his stuff.
He's a great tailor.
He's a great tailor. He's a great tailor. Yeah.
What I'm confused about is why on a designer show are there so many tailors?
Now that's a question.
He's never constructed a dress before. When they had to do the red carpet one, that was his first time ever doing a dress. You understand me?
Yeah.
Why is this a space, a network, a platform where you are doing something for the first time as far as a dress? I'm in confusion about that. I don't get why the tailors are creating the designer's space.
See, I didn't realize that. I thought he was a designer who does tailoring well. You're saying he's strictly just a tailor, not necessarily.
I'm saying he's a great tailor, but I guess he just never did anything for women, I guess. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like they should give people chances that already have, you know, well-rounded businesses and just need that little extra money to, you know, or visibility.
That's what they used to do.
That's what they used to do. Jude just got out of college. He's just got out of college. He's a kid, you know? No shade to him because he's very talented to be as young as he is. But there's people that've been working their asses off for years that have the talent already, can do
Aaron.
everything, but just need the
Thank
backing
you.
of money and visibility, and you're not giving it to them. You're giving it to this kid from college.
You know what it is, and not to sound political or anything, Jude is the one straight white boy in a sea of colorful people. So that would explain his influx of fans, right? Because it's just like in this climate right now, he's the one piece of conservativeness.
I don't know why I thought Naeem was straight.
What?
I'm not sure if...
While we were filming, I thought he was straight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got confused too, because I was like, wait, is he straight or is he queer?
Well, I saw a post before the season came out. It said, meet the black queer designer.
And he was one of them.
And he was one of them.
Oh.
I was like, oh, he's one of the girls. You know,
Okay.
and I mean, I live for that, you know, and it's none of our business, but I was just, you know, it was a post. It was a public post. So I was like, oh, I had no idea. But
it was everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. I had no clue.
Oh.
But yeah, I guess it's why Jude is getting, you know, but I mean, he is very good. He's very good. I
love his work.
Very niche. It's very niche. His stuff is constructed beautifully. I just feel like this show could use a lot more of innovative and imaginary people with imagination. Yeah.
I would wear his stuff. I would love to wear his stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he's also given us the same jacket for like 3 runways in a row, but there's that. Next.
The shade is coming out today.
From every which way.
From
every which way. All right. Next up, we have y'all's favorite.
God. Look at her face, says it all. She hates this thing. And even the judges picked it up.
She was miserable.
She was upset.
She had to walk 3 times, yo. Look at the back.
Did she?
Oh, so you do see the fog a little bit.
Yeah, you see.
That's why I was pissed, because they made it seem like she was falling because of the garment. No, she almost fell because of the fuck ass fog that we didn't even see.
Yeah.
What's the point of the fog? Like, what is it supposed to do? How does that match the?
I guess
I don't know. It was like a monster coming out of the fog. It was like swamp creature thing.
It was. Yeah, the color didn't help.
It was hard.
Terrible.
And
there was I'm sorry. Before you go, there's no design in that. He literally just took wires and just like hung it around her neck, and that doesn't necessarily have a good looking connotation to it. If you really think hard about it, I didn't like this at all.
Until she said that she could not walk down there with no undergarments on, or with just undergarments on, he wasn't going to have any type of dress under it. She had to make him do that.
And that's when he taped.
That's when he taped her.
I don't get
the
it.
The plastic drop cloth that they used to spray paint the dress. He wrapped it around her and taped her body into it, like he was about to throw her into the East River.
He should be ashamed of himself.
That was disgusting.
Like honestly, and I hate. First of all, these cliffhangers. I hate these cliffhangers. But
it's just
unfortunately, it looks like Jeffrey's going to go home, right? But I feel like they shouldn't send anybody home, because this was an atrocity. Like, this was absolute. Oh, this was horrible. This is really bad. We felt bad for Lyris. Like, I still feel bad for Lyris. Like, this was like, oh my God.
Well, here's the thing, right? We don't know which house won, right?
Who do you think won?
So if
21, obviously.
But if 22 wins, nobody will go home.
And will they make 22 win just for the sake of not sending anybody home? I know you can't say in this moment.
Possibly.
You know? And I feel like you want to say.
No,
but you
girl,
can't say.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just
don't burn the house down. The bodies are still in the house.
There's still people in the house. But based on go ahead.
Sorry, if season 20, if House of 22 wins, then nobody will go home. I don't think Jeffrey deserves to go home just on this one look alone, because he's been doing so well this week. It is a bad look now, mind you, but I don't think he deserves to go home just from this. Especially, Brian has immunity. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, I don't think he deserves to go home. So I would predict that season 22 will be the winning team.
I cannot stress more how much I feel like this immunity shit is making this show bullshit.
It is. Because the people that need to go home are not going home. Naeem should have went home last week for his look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the jump, when they gave 6 people immunity, that set the tone
Girl.
for foolishness. Why are y'all giving 6 people immunity? When more than half of those 6 people should have gone home that second time around.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's shenanigans. It's been shenanigans since day one. It's like bring 22 people, 10, 12 home, give 6 immunity, bring back 5, let them vote. I'm like, girl, it's it's too much.
There's no consistency from week to week. That's a problem. But I want to talk about this thing with Brian really quickly. The fact that, he wrapped this drop cloth around her, he taped it on her body, and then gets on stage and says, how he used inspiration from whichever designer this was in Paris or France, wherever it was, and then how his dress was couture. Bitch, are you fucking crazy? That shit was ugly. And I have to give Law his due. The fact he said, listen, if you're going to do all these references and say this, your look was horrible.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody. If your look is trash.
You can say all you want to say. We are looking at this atrocity that you have put in front of us. It looks like trash. Somebody went dumpster diving and put this on this girl and said, "Go out there." Look. Horrible.
I would have got sick right there and not walk on that fuck ass runway.
I feel like so Brian really cannot. Brian is so deluded.
Brian's not a designer.
Brian is not a designer, and he's so deluded that even when he gets a negative critique, he really can't even take it. He's gonna have to flip it around to be like, "Oh well, no, it's great," and blah blah blah. Baby,
he's so offended that Jeffrey was like, "Why didn't you tell them? Why are you so offended?"
Why are you so offended?
Because it was the truth. Because it was the truth.
What?
But it goes back to what I said last week too, when Joseph McCrae and what's this man's name? Brian had the thing in the little lounge last week. When someone knows they're wrong, they will try to dismiss the conversation. Yep. When he was like, I don't have time for this anymore.
This is Project Runway. This is not the Joseph McCrae show.
And he can't admit it. That's the thing. He can't admit it. So it really makes I can imagine, just like in everyday life, he's probably insufferable to be around.
My God.
Because it's just like he can't take critique, he can't take criticism. He thinks everything he does is just A+. And I'm like, you taped this. This is not Drag Race. Drag Race, yeah, girl, we're gonna tape some shit up and make some shit look a little. This ain't Drag Race. You're supposed to be a designer. You should be able to at least whip up a rudimentary something for the undergarment for this woman, not just tape her up. So what is really going on?
Packaging tape.
What is really going on?
And everyone saw him do it. And that's the thing about it. It's like, all right, look, you want to have a reality show? These other designers should have been like, no. He taped the drop cloth to her. Why didn't someone say something when he was trying to pretend like he designed this couture dress underneath? You are so fucking delusional.
And how did none of the judges mention the fact that this is a tape? The model is just wearing tape. Like, how did nobody mention that? That's my thing.
I mean, they probably they don't take the stage, but they don't air everything.
I'm going to ask you this, Jessica. Let me just talk directly to the camera for this one. Why did the fuck not Law go after him for this look? This was fucking atrocious. Law, because where you at?
And on that note, let's go to the next person because I feel like we've given Brian too much airtime.
I agree. Speak of the devil.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
This ate
down.
Baby.
And
shoes.
The boots.
The boots. The boots.
Boots were nasty.
Bitch.
And can we say the boots and the necklace match? And like to do that piece, like those accessories, Yo, I'm so glad that he stepped back and said, I'm not fucking with none of you bitches. I'm going to do me. And it showed on the runway.
Can I just say, Anna looked amazing in this, right? But I think I would have loved to see you in this. I think the partnership between the two of you and the way you walk, I know.
The legs.
Listen, I think you would have ate this.
Oh, I would have gave that.
Anna did, but yeah, you.
I would have definitely given it some. You know.
Yeah.
Everything about this look that was so good.
It was chef's kiss.
I would have gladly carried that weight. Oh Lord, I would have gladly carried that. What?
Yeah.
Nasty.
And what I loved about this was that when he was doing this off the side by himself, everyone was looking at him like, well, what is that? And what are you doing? And even like Christian was just like, well, and when he said, this is the vision I have of it, I know what I'm doing, and he just kept. What I've been loving about Joseph this season is that, yeah, he does his, this is the Joseph McCray show, but when it's time to get down to work, he is inside of himself and he is working. And when it comes out on the runway, it is just speaking for itself.
Yeah, I think even the twins, and there was a little moment in the workroom where the twins were like, "Oh, yeah, other people aren't doing this." I think they even realized what was happening in that moment. I think you can't deny what he sent down that runway.
You literally can never deny him.
Ooh, got chills off that look.
You really cannot. Every time, and obviously, I've been a fan of his since last season. But even this season, when his look turns the corner, I am always surprised, pleasantly surprised, because you don't know what's about to turn that corner, and then you're like, oh, this is better than what I don't know what I would have expected, but this is better than what I could have expected, because when this turned, I was like, oh, the boots and the so pretty. Now, what I will say is that prior to the runway, I was afraid for Joseph McCray because not for the look, but for his being standoffish, because I was like, okay, if for some reason he ends up in the bottom, everyone is definitely going to be like, Joseph McCray, he wasn't a team player, he stood out by himself, he did not try to help us, blah blah blah. I just knew everybody was about to be like, well, send him home because he's in the bottom and blah blah blah. When I tell you, when I saw this look, I was like, yes, he knows his skill, he knows what he's doing, he knows who he is, and I appreciate him so much for that. Again, to his point on the episode, oh, I'm the weakest designer. Well, y'all don't need my help. Please don't take my help. I'm the weakest designer. So y'all do what y'all got to do. So I got to do what I got to do because I don't know. I might be going home. I'm the weakest designer, bitch. Woo! Every episode.
I love when he clocked when they all voted him as the weakest, and then he was like, "Well, I haven't been on the bottom since. So what's that say about y'all?" And I think he was talking to the judge. I love that too. Because at this point, they're talking about y'all. Y'all put me on the top, so
yeah.
Anybody want to?
I didn't even look at it that way.
I did. Very subtle with his shade. Joseph McCray is very subtle with his shade. You got to catch it. It's quick. You got to catch it when you throw it. But it was definitely. I knew who that was for.
I know that's right. And the thing about that moment, just about everybody said his name, and then in the next moment, Joseph McCray Jr. safe. I said,
yes, vindication right there on the spot.
What? Yeah, I love it. This was such a beautiful. Those boots, bitch.
Yeah.
Ooh. Those boots are everything. This is gorgeous.
You see those boots on the streets, you are stopping and looking.
You're stopping, looking, wondering where did you get them from? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Stunning.
For sure.
Dude.
All
right. Next up, we have B.
I love
B.
I love B too. B is growing on me. I feel like B is getting the Jesus edit from last season where he was annoying at first.
Mm-hmm.
And then but his work is making me like him.
So
and whilst I like this, I love this, it's done really well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Joseph was the better look. Joseph had the better look.
I agree. I agree.
They hyped B up so much, but I feel like Joseph had the better look.
Yeah. But what I love about B is his detail to construction. He's a tailor as well, but he's a designer
Yeah.
foremost. I mean, and I think it was Law that pointed it out. He was just like the keyboards had a certain look. The pleating on the side had a certain look. The yeah, it's like it was very reptilian when you really looked at it, and even like the details in the back and how she's strapped in. It's just like it's so beautiful to look at. And look, Bees and Joseph McCrae's, they were works of art. They look like something you would find in the Met Gala.
Come on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
On
like
display.
them. To me, both of them are great, but in very different directions, very
Yes.
different lanes. Like I really can't even compare the two because they're two different women, but they're so amazing in their own right. Like this look is so pretty. I love the white zip ties contrasting with the rest of the black on the top. The construction, like you said, of the back with the tying up, the keyboard keys all down the front with the. This is beautiful. This is really pretty. I can definitely see B going to the end. B, Joseph McCrae. I think we said this the other week. B, Joseph McCrae, and Jeffrey, assuming Jeffrey doesn't go home next episode. I can see them being top 3 for sure. And obviously I'm rooting for Joseph McCrae, but if it's B that wins the whole season, I can see it as well. You know what I mean? Because B is really giving us like looks just about every episode. And this is no exception. Like this is so pretty. I love the fact that it's just black and white. He didn't throw in any other color to confuse it. It was just simple black and white at the bottom. The zip ties were used in a way that nobody else used them. The people who did use the zip ties, they had them all spiked and shit. He just had them as nice fringe. This was really, really pretty.
Very nice. I loved it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Next.
All right, so we have House of
Season
Season 21. And first up we have Antonio.
So what did you, Jessica, I need your point of view from this before any of us speak on it.
So, 11 to 9, okay? I hated this. It was not it. It wasn't. And then he was like, babe, your body is the outfit. I said, clearly, you know? Like, what am I wearing, my love? It was just, first of all, they were magnets. So they're like thick pieces, like this tall, you know, all wide and like all weird shapes and shit. Heavy pieces of metal magnetized together. And then on my boobs, it was like stacked, you know, like this far out. Same for my kuda cat. And you know, the spikes, all I saw in my head was Angelica's doll, Cynthia from the Red.
Oh my God.
I said, oh my God, the internet's gonna fire me up. The internet's gonna drag me through hell. I swear to God.
Speaking of hell, I saw a Hellraiser.
Didn't even think of that.
I can't even. Well, I feel like it kind of looked unfinished. Like I don't know if it like there was supposed to be more going on. Like I don't know. It's just it's such a odd thing to look at.
Yeah.
But that garment hurt me a lot. When the magnets would come apart and they would put it back together, it would like snip my skin and I would be like, you know, bleeding a bit. And it was just right on my bones. Cause I'm very, my collarbone is very prominent here. And, you know, the metal's just sitting there and it was like, I was raw. Like it was very difficult to wear that. Cause I mean, there's not many pieces, but it's heavy and it's all weighing on my shoulders. And it was freezing cold. I was naked, of course. It was really, really cold. And it was just the most uncomfortable episode I've ever done in my entire life on this show. It was very, very hard. But it just wasn't my favorite look. I feel like I understand the futuristic vibe of it all, but I feel like it just wasn't finished. That's my opinion. I don't think that it was a completed look.
It gives that for sure.
Unnecessary. That headpiece was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't realize how tall it was until like we just watched it back again. That's oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
no bueno,
It-
no bueno.
I will say, yeah, this looked better than than Jeffrey's look. His look.
Yeah, comparing the
Agreed.
two, I
Yeah.
would prefer only because of the color combination of Antonio's was more appealing than the blue
Yes.
and the clear. That was kind of like it made it look cheap. The color combination for
Yeah.
Jeff. But I
I
did
agree
like
with you.
the yellow and the orange. You know, that kind of made it a little more interesting with the metal like that. But overall, they were both just not it.
I was gonna say I dislike them both equally. I'm not a fan of either one of them, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
All right, next up we have Yuchin.
Ate that up. It seems
I
a bit.
love this look.
It seems
Chris,
a
what'd
little.
you say?
It seems
I
a little.
love this.
Oh,
Yu Chen loves a mini skirt and a jacket.
Yes.
Yu Chen
Dude.
loves a little mini skirt, and I mean it'll always look good because you know what model doesn't look good in a mini skirt. You know,
mhm.
I did like the top, how you know it looked like an actual motherboard. I really liked that. The makeup was immaculate. Kudia is just a fucking Barbie doll. She can wear anything. But yeah, it didn't like
Yeah.
wow. It wasn't like oh my god
Yeah.
that's incredible, you know, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I think like you, yeah, it didn't like wow me. I think the model wowed me more than
Mhm.
like just
Yeah.
like the way she presented it.
Mm-hmm.
It was giving, like he said, Avatar a little bit, and I think the way she was styled, it was like, okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it was nice. But you know, it's kind of his cheat code, you know, the mini skirt, the tall boot, the long sleeve jacket, you know, it's kind of
Mhm.
it's a no-brainer combination.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's all right. I like the jacket. I mean, it's okay. I like the jacket. So I'm taken back to Yuchin's unconventional look last season, and I really
soccer
did not.
balls.
I
That
did not
was
like that.
sickening. Yeah.
I was the odd man out. I did not like that
Yeah.
look at all.
The
So
one from last season?
Yeah. He didn't
Yeah,
like
he didn't
it.
like it.
I love that look.
Yeah.
I did too.
I don't like it, Bob. Bob, I don't like it. I like Yuchin. I just don't like his unconventional looks. Well, I can't even say I don't like. I didn't like that one, and I don't really feature this one, but I do like the jacket, so I'll give him that.
All right.
Can I say something about season 21?
Sure.
I think they used the materials in a better way than season 22 did.
Mhm.
They really incorporated it. It's like season 22, they were like, all right, we're going to use more like fabric, one note type of thing. Whereas season 21, they really they took the room, they took everything out the room, and they threw it into threw it in there. And, like you see a lot of computers and circuit boards, and you know, it looked unconventional. It really did.
They did. I agree.
True. I'll give you that. I don't know if I'll give you that.
I'll take it.
Who's next?
All right, next up is Ethan.
I didn't like this.
What?
I like the sleeve. The sleeve is really cool. It's giving like robot, like cyborg.
Yes.
But outside of that, I didn't like. Have you ever seen 13 Ghosts?
Yes.
Yes.
One of the ghosts had that thing around its neck and head. Like that's what that reminded me of.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I love this look. I loved this look.
You loved it?
I did. I might be the odd man out in this one, but it's
I'm
okay.
curious to know
You're not. You're not the only one.
It was giving me like Star Trek, the Borg with the arm and the collar. Like there was something very sci-fi and techie about it that I just loved. And I loved the base of it was like the silver look, but then you had like a little bit of color introduced that looked like wires and circuitry. Like this was a really good look for me. I love this one. It wasn't a top look, but
yeah, it wasn't my top look, but I liked it. You know, definitely in the workroom, we were like, "Oh, Ethan is back, honey." Ethan is here because Ethan could snatch a waist. He could, and I like how the bottom wasn't like just a straight. It was like a little curve of the coochie. I love that effect. The arm piece, I will always pick up the models. That arm piece really hurt Rebecca. That arm was very, very difficult for her to maneuver, but she did a really good job on the runway. But I feel like that was because I'm a Marvel fan, and I like, there's always a superhero with like a metal arm, and that's always a scandal.
Cyborg.
But it was, I thought it was cool. I thought it was very cool. The neck piece was a bit much.
Yeah, I think if you would have taken that off, I would have been able to get into the rest of
arm,
it.
Like it would have been a little more appealing, but the neck was a bit aggressive.
I was stuck here, and like all I could see was the ghost from 13 Ghosts. I'm like, okay,
that movie is fantastic. By the way,
it is. It is.
That movie is wild.
It's one of my comfort films.
That's crazy.
Don't touch me.
Are you all right? Are you okay, babe?
Okay.
It's the Scorpio in me. We a little dark.
Yeah, must be.
Okay.
If you know my husband, that is definitely his vibe.
Okay. Ain't both of y'all Scorpios?
I'm a Scorpio
Yes,
too.
we are. Yes. But
I'd
be very
I think
afraid.
we established this the last time we had you on, that I'm surrounded by Scorpios.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio too.
Yes.
That's my favorite. The only one my
You're
man.
welcome.
I have a new man, y'all.
Okay,
We know. We saw your post.
My man.
We saw your post.
Okay, that's
Shout out to her man. Yeah.
So your man is also a Scorpio? Your man is also a Scorpio?
No, he's a Libra.
Oh, okay.
An October Libra.
October Libra.
Okay.
It's a very good fit for me. Very good fit.
Okay.
I just recently met a Libra. They okay. They all right.
You're welcome.
Yeah, they all right. Okay, so one thing I just want to say about this look before we move on. So there was a comment on the runway about the model's hair being Elizabethan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with this collar, I feel like that's also Elizabethan.
Oh, that's the reference.
It was,
I don't know.
Marie
Maybe.
Antoinette-ish. Yeah.
Maybe. And so,
maybe that's where Ethan was coming from.
but from
was.
the neck down, it's not. So if that was the case, I was like, okay, if you would have given us an Elizabethan look to go with the collar and the hair,
That could be really good.
I'm thinking Elizabethan techno or Elizabethan futuristic. That could have been fantastic. But this, I'm like, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't know if this
like with the bubble shorts that they would do, and like that would have been fabulous.
Was
and
it? Wouldn't that, yes.
Little top. That would have been
Yeah.
cool.
That would have been really cute.
Yeah.
I could have seen that.
I was confused about that, but that would make sense.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on to Miss Joan.
Oh, Miss
Yes,
Joan.
Miss Joan, child. I will say this.
It's better than the sticks, y'all. Like
it is.
we have to give her.
I just wish you.
We gotta give her.
I wish you would have. Yeah, I wish you would have edited it though, because the circle pieces were great. It could have just been that, like all over. But the plastic fringe thing that she did, it was unnecessary. Like if she would have just made the dress the circle pieces that she did, I think it would have read better.
Because it looked really good.
Yeah.
It was so good. Naima looked amazing in that. I really loved it. And I mean, like I said, like they've been doing the plus size models dirty. So this was like the one like halfway decent outfit that one of them had. And I was like, girl, eat that shit up. Like you did that, But I do feel like the swirls could have continued in the back. It was just like great shit, But I feel like the idea was more full and more of a actual idea than last year's. So I definitely should see the improvement. I definitely see it.
Yeah.
I'll give you improvement. I don't hate this look. It doesn't really do much for me, though, to be honest. But what I will say, one thing I will say is that the last time we had you on, you did talk about her unconventional, the sticks look. When I tell you that is a vocal stem for me, when you said, girl, those sticks, I cannot. I cannot get that out of my mind.
Man.
Oh my God, that was hilarious to me. And I say that probably like once a week to myself. Now, let me ask you this as a model, and you can tell me to shut the hell up or not, but I feel like some of these looks walking, I wanted hands on hips, especially with this one, because I feel like it would have given a different type of vibe, especially with, I would just want to play this one again. So I think hands on hips would have been so
That's where they
like,
were supposed to be. Yeah, that's where they have to be.
see, I know I'd be right. Somebody hire me to do
See,
something
there you go,
in
right
the
there.
fashion industry.
Yeah, but it's the thing of like creating the shapes and
Yes.
giving a garment a chance to be fully seen on its own. It's like giving space to the garment. That's why you would do this, to give space to the bodice and give space to the frills and all the things happening with the garment. There's definitely times where you need to be putting your arms on your hips.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to do it, or have them more behind you in some scenarios as well. But there were, because of my difficult outfits this season, I wasn't able to, and not saying that Naima needs my help in a lot of ways, because she's a very good runway model. But I would usually like help out the girls a lot more than whatever. But I wasn't really able to this season because my outfits were so hard, and I had to just like stay in one spot just to like maintain some kind of comfort with my body. But a lot of these walks were atrocious this season. We have a lot new models.
Well,
the walks just weren't eating. They weren't giving at all. And I made a reaction on one of the outfits. I despise that model's walk. I'm not gonna say who it is. I despise it. And she's one of the models that does that would not take help when she really needs it. But that's not here nor there. Do your thing, because you booked it. You booked the job, babe. So do what you want to do on TV. But there's some things that these models could be doing more of to get to make these garments like come to life a little bit more. It's just not there. You know what I mean? Like for my outfit with for Erin, I wouldn't put my arms on my hips on that one, because then it would mess up.
It would take away from
exactly.
My arms on the sides or on the back of me. That's why I would do that. Even for this episode, I couldn't touch it at all because it didn't require that. But it all depends. But I can't help everybody. But if they don't ask, or if I just physically cannot do it, you got to do what you got to do. You did book the job, so do what you will.
I think this is a perfect opportunity for you to plug your business model formation, because she does get the girls together.
And not just the models. This is for anyone that wants to walk in their power, own a room. This could be a corporate meeting. You can be going to school, college, whatever the case may be. You should be able to walk into any room and dominate that room and do what you need to do as a presence. Before you even open your mouth, your presence alone should speak volumes on your behalf. So model formation, you can follow me on Instagram, model formation 1111. I am the coach, and I do specialize in one-on-ones. I do workshops as well, but I do always recommend one-on-ones with me because I'm very hands-on, and I really want every model and every body to feel the love from me. And I teach with love. I teach with intention, and it's a very intensive 3 to 6 day course, depending on which one you want. And I also do virtual, but 1 hour each day is not all crammed into one session. I don't believe in learning that way. I like to separate them into 3 different sessions so that you can really absorb what I'm teaching you, and you can come out of my classes feeling like a whole new person. And it's quite fabulous. And
Yes, it is.
The results are, as far as right now, that I've had perfect results every single time, and I had reoccurring clients because after you work with me, you want bigger things for yourself. Your dreams expand. Your thoughts of yourself, like you can achieve more after. Because I'm a confidence coach, and I teach confidence through the art of runway. So I'm not just a runway coach; I teach confidence. So it can make you confident in whatever job you may have, whether it's corporate or in school, figuring out who you are, or a model. It works for everybody. So yeah.
Yes. Ooh, make sure y'all follow
her.
Please.
All right, I think we got like 2 more looks to go through.
We do have 2 more looks.
There's like fucking so many looks.
I know. We're getting down to the wire though. All right, not last up. Next to last
Literally.
is Bzar. I like this. I like this a lot.
Melania is pregnant, and I loved it. I loved seeing her.
I
loved seeing her belly. It was the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does look. Yes. I feel like she's been pregnant forever because how long ago was this filmed? Is she still pregnant?
Is she still pregnant?
I think she had the baby.
Okay.
Did she? Okay.
Do you guys film this one in February?
We filmed in March.
Okay.
So her posts must be like majorly delayed because in a lot of her more recent posts, she's still pregnant.
She was about to pop when we were filming, so she had to have had the baby by now.
Okay.
But she looked tiny though. She kept it small, petite and cute.
On the show when on the show she was small. Oh no, honey, she was big. She's real itty bitty, so maybe that's why she looks so big.
Yeah, she's teeny tiny. I'm happy to see her again. So we had her on the show as well, and it's good to see her again. This look was really, really pretty. I really like this look. I love the little tassels that she did on the bottom and on the thing. That was really pretty.
I said that when it came out. I said this is very Melania. I said it looks like it coming out. You know it's hers.
Yeah.
You know it's hers.
Yeah.
It was fun. I feel like it was whimsy. It was very. Like, I would have wanted like a more bouncy, more fun walk with that one. Even though it was a pencil skirt, I would have still like given like a little more sass, like a little more, like a little smile or a little something, because it's a very fun outfit.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's what it is for me. I don't feel as though the model sold the garment. I wasn't a fan of this look.
Okay.
If I'm being honest. Yeah. But it was very Melania, but I was not.
I like the way the light hits it. Whatever that material is, the light elevates the look.
I like that it's a silhouette that nobody else really did. Like you have this, this covering up top. You have the straps around the waist. You have the color. It is a pencil skirt. I thought it was so pretty.
It was a lot of color though.
It's very colorful. She's very colorful, right? Like she does do a lot of color.
It was like all of them. Like everything.
Well, you know what it is though? I think also.
But for some reason, it didn't give rainbow. It just gave colors.
Okay.
Well, I think it's because she used a lot of broken CDs, and those reflect light and those were CDs. And they reflect light, so when the light hits, you get different colors from it. It looked like a rainbow of color.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It was a lot of colors. It was just a lot going on. Very Melania,
Very Melania.
Yes.
Very hard.
Yes.
And last but not least, we have.
I like her vibe. It's very niche. It's very what's
Melania.
the word?
It's very Melania. It's very Melania, yes. It's very lively.
Yeah, it's definitely giving life.
It's fun.
For sure.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it. I just feel like it was it could have been showcased more fun.
Okay.
That probably would have given a little bit more of a energy, a little bit more
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right,
last but not least.
We have Jesus.
That's my girl, honey. I never let you down. So that was my client, and I got her on the show. And I saw her, and I said, babe, bitch. I'm lying. I said, bitch. I said, you have to be on this show. I'm like, I'm taking you to the casting, and watch you come on this show. Girl, she's eating the fucking runway up. I live for her down. She's everything. I loved this outfit.
Yeah.
I loved it very much.
It's really pretty. It's really, really pretty. I think the cording was done appropriately. Obviously, it looks like he built a structure so that it gives it volume. Yeah, this looks really good. Jesus was the one that was in the finale, right? He went all the way to the finale.
Yeah, he was the runner-up.
Yeah,
that's right. And we were rooting for him.
And see, we were rooting for Jesus. And here's the thing, too. This is why I also think season 21 will win because, production be doing production things. And I'm like, maybe this is their payback for him not winning last season when he should have won last season because the winner gets $20,000.
Okay.
Well, I mean, between the 5 of them, though, they're only going to get like $4,000.
Is it? I thought it's the top look that gets the $20,000, not the
whole team.
Not the whole team.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's the top look.
Can I say this?
They wouldn't have shit if they had to split $20,000.
Yeah, no. The top look gets the $20,000.
So what I have to say about this look, it was everything. It was he really worked this garment with his hands, like Brian said. He used his hands to do this. He hand braided it.
Hand braided.
He hand wove it together within that structure that he created, and that structure had shape, and it accentuated. Her figures. It made her look even that much more beautiful. It was beautiful, and the colors that it created. Yeah. Beautiful.
I will say
and they cut that bob that day. Ate that up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I will say this. Brian had the concept of an idea where Jesus had the fully realized idea. I mean, but it looked like, I think it was clear that Brian saw what Jesus was doing and he was like, oh, I can do it too. And he didn't execute it at all. No, he did not. So Jesus, I feel between him and Joseph McCrae, those were the 2 winning looks for me.
Not B?
No, I love B's look, but it just didn't give me that. I didn't react to B's look. Joseph McCrae's look made me react. I didn't react to B's look, even as pretty as it was.
Okay.
I agree with you. I'm going to tell you why I agree with you. If you look at B's look, B is something like you can see in a high-end fashion store, like, maybe Prada or something like that. Joseph McCrae. Yeah. So Joseph McCrae's and Jesus look, it's avant-garde. It's giving couture, something you see on the runways. You're not going to see it again. You'll see it on a red carpet, or this is something that Law would fly to go pick up and go put on Zendaya. That type of thing.
Okay.
Not B's look.
Yeah.
Not B's look. And I think for that reason, B doesn't win this challenge.
Well, I think he already won. They just didn't show who's going home, if anybody's going home.
Anyway.
Oh, well.
So y'all think House 21 is going to win?
I think
it's 22 is going to win.
I think it'll be 22.
I think it'll be 22 for the sake of foolishness to keep everybody there.
What?
Because they can't send Brian home, right? And it's not fair to send Jeffrey home based off of this look. Was it a good look? No, but it's not fair to send Jeffrey home. So based off of production and the amount of shows they have to fulfill, and I'm sure there's more foolishness coming down the line, they will keep everybody from season 22.
They have to get rid of immunity next week. No more immunity because it's saving the wrong people.
Yeah.
Naeem should have went home last week. Brian should have gone home this week. Point blank.
Bobby should have been home from episode 1.
Thank you.
She should have, but she was one of the top. She was one of the 6 that had immunity in the first episode.
Now, season 22 may not win, and Jeffrey might go home because, as we've said before, this show wants to be RuPaul's Drag Race so bad, and Drag Race has been sending front runners home the last 2 seasons. So it is possible that they might send Jeffrey to the house. We will have to see next week.
So, Jessica, I have to ask you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord.
It's the pause.
No, it's just, if you knew this is what Project Runway was going to be, would you have signed up for it?
In what aspect? As far as what it's going to be as far as the experience that I had? Or
between the experience, the way the show is being played out, because it seems like everybody has the same consensus, definitely about this season, and how it does not feel like Project Runway anymore. Given your experience, because these aren't your first 2 seasons, you've been here prior, given your experience prior and then what it's now become, would you have come back for season 21? Not even necessarily season 21, but for season 22 especially.
Oh, yeah. I love season 21. I was very happy to be there for season 21. This season, If I knew, I probably wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't have, to be
Is it
honest.
is it safe to assume that that's kind of why you're thinking season 23? You might be like, I don't know, or like seasons in the future, you're kind of rethinking, or
If
maybe
they have them.
real bad.
It comes a time in a model's life where, like, certain relationships have served their purpose, and
Mm,
I think I might be at that place with Project Runway,
You're at
because
that crossroad.
I understand why they switched to a more reality TV aspect, so that they can get all the viewers and have the drama. Like, that's just what people want to see these days, but that's not what I signed up for. And it's not like, and I'm not in the drama, but it's because of that being the aspect. The hours are longer. The treatment is, we don't. It's just they're prioritizing robots over human beings. Literally, on this episode, there was a fuck ass robot that we are hurting in the back, bandaged up. Medic, we all have a medic like waiting with us, holding our garments up, trying to just make us comfortable while they run all these. Like, it's just y'all are working too hard for the drama and the bells and the whistles, and you're not really catering to. It's just not a conducive space for me to work. And like I said, I'm not doing this for the check. The check is shit. The check is trash. The check can barely buy groceries for me. It's not it, And given when your son, because I do the show independently, so I do get majority of the check, but the other models that are signed, they end up with pennies pretty much. We are working ourselves to the ground for bad food, possibly looking like shit on TV, and hours that are endless. Like, it's just never that serious. I just don't think it's that serious to be on TV at this point. And like I said, it's served its purpose. And this really might be it for me. And I'm happy about the run that I've had. Why I feel like I'm saying goodbye? I'm happy for the run that I've had. I think
Breaking news.
Breaking news. I really think I made my mark on this show. Well, no, I know I made my mark on this show.
For sure.
And it has benefited my business, and I'm very grateful for the opportunities. But, it may be time for me to move on and give space for the new girls that want to get on, because they're already infiltrating and, like, doing their thing, and it's infuriating me. So it really might be that time for me. So, yeah.
How many seasons of Project Runway have you done?
This is my 5th.
Okay.
And Lyris has done way more than me. So she's way more over it than I am. But I don't know if she still wants to do the show or not. As far as I'm concerned, it's no longer benefiting my business. And at this point, it's just, hey, I'm back on TV, which, it's not that serious. It's not that deep for me.
Yeah. And you're not getting the camera time you did last year.
Right, season. Because they have a million fucking designers. Like, the first episode, me and the models, like, we were like, waiting to see it, because, like, the first episode was always, like, very exciting, but we were like, what the fuck was that? But it's because they have 22 designers, 22 stories. They have to introduce 22 people. Then they're introducing all these guest judges. Now Tyra's on the show. All these big things, big headliner type of things. And so they naturally the models are going to be pushed to the back. And that's not really what this show gave. Like, we are the ones showcasing these garments, and this show is it's supposed to be about the garments. And so if the garments are no longer being talked about, what the fuck am I here for?
Right. Right.
What's the point? It's just about the cattiness, and I'm not a part of that. So,
I mean, if that's the case, they could put these outfits on mannequins and just leave them on the runway.
Push them down the runway. Just
put them on a conveyor belt. Put them on a conveyor belt.
No, get a robot mannequin. Get a robot mannequin and let it walk down the runway and back.
You might as well because you're not even hiring models that have sickening walks anymore. No tea, no shade. I have the best walk on this show. And that's because they're not looking for walkers. They're not finding the walkers. Like, this is a runway show. Like, that should be the top of the. There's this one model. I swear to God, it's it pains me to look at her walk. It hurts. It hurts to watch it. It is terrible. If they didn't edit it in slow motion, y'all would be like, how is she a model? It's ridiculous. Like, I don't understand. They're just hiring girls off their faces because the face cards eat down. They really do. The runway is, I see why they're not airing it for real. I see why it's not the main character anymore, because these girls cannot walk.
Damn.
Remember when Dee Dee was on the show? Dee, Mimi, and me, we were the walkers of Project Runway. People, like, it would be something to watch. Like, now I'm just like, oh, I don't belong here. I don't belong here anymore.
I think that's something to say. Well, whether you decide to return or not, we love you down. We love having you on. We are obviously big fans of you.
Yes.
So, we will always be following you on Project Runway or wherever you are working and walking. So we love you.
By the way, you did some show recently, I think it was overseas somewhere, where you had like this like wedding dress, I think, type of thing. You were very ethereal. That was gorgeous. You looked amazing in that.
Thank you so much. And I didn't even know she was going to be closing her show. I had no idea. I did the fittings and everything. And I mean, I was surprised that she called me because like, I don't have hair, but she was like, no, like, I want to do something. I see you being in the show. And I was like, okay. And the day before, my last fitting is when she told me that I was going to be closing her show with the veil. And I was like, oh my God. And it was a dream. That show, it was just such Black excellence. And it was like seeing her transition from being a model. I mean, she still models, but to see her go into her artistry in that way was just so beautiful. We were in tears. We were really, our hearts were.
You look stunning, and the photographs from that do you justice. You ate that down.
Thank you so much.
Love you.
Yeah.
I love you guys too. Thank you so much.
So do you have any final thoughts on this episode or on this season from you, Jessica, before we wrap up?
Buckle up, Buttercup, because it's not.
Oh no!
Y'all are about to be pulling your eyebrow hairs out. Okay,
I barely got any.
Season pisses me off.
Oh no! Don't say that, because we already pissed.
There's a lot more in store. There's only a couple more episodes, but there's a lot more in those.
There's 3 more episodes.
Yeah, 3 more. Next week. That. So there's a lot more coming, and just get ready to be even more upset. I'm already. Yeah.
Oh God. All right. Well, with that being said, Jessica, we thank you for your time. We thank you so much for being a big piece of our show. Like, you have no idea what this means to us, and to all of our viewers, to all of our subscribers, to all of everyone who engages with this show. We thank you. But for those who aren't subscribed, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you also hitting that notification button. That way you're notified every time we drop a new video. New videos drop every Sunday at 8 a.m. And until next time, have a good one.
Bye.
When I go, I drop pop. When I go,